We are going to discuss a topic that is capillaries. As we have discussed in our last video the arteries and veins, now we are going to discuss another type of blood vessel that are capillaries. Basically, capillaries are consist of only one type of layer, that is endothelium layer. That is endothelium layer, that is with the basement membrane, and in that basement membrane is basically thin. Okay, so now, like, what things can be passed here? It is basically that basement membrane is basically impermeable to the blood plasma protein, that are RBCs, as well as platelets, but it is permeable to white blood cells. Like, this basement membrane is with the endothelium layer, that is of the capillaries. So this basement membrane is basically impermeable to the blood plasma protein, that are RBCs and platelets, and it is permeable to the white blood cell, as well as it is permeable to the water, ions, salts, enzymes, all the exchangement of gases like O2, CO2, all that is permeable, means they can easily pass through, they can ooze out. So basement membrane is basically impermeable to the RBCs and platelets, and permeable to the white blood cells, water, iron, salts, etc. So basically, if we talk about the capillaries pressure is about 1 mm of Hg. If we talk about its pulsation, there will be no pulsation, no walls are present here. Like, as we have discussed that the walls are present in veins, but only one wall is present in arteries, but there in capillaries no walls are present. And here the blood flow will be slow. Why the blood flow will be slow in capillaries? Because there will be the exchangement of gases. So if the blood flow fastly, so there could not be the exchangement of gases possible. So that is why the blood flow slows, so that the exchangement of gases, or the materials, or we can say nutrients, water, can etc. can take place. For example, exchangement of gases, like these are the capillaries, and that is their basement membrane. Now, that is interstitial fluid. So for example, if oxygen is diffused in that interstitial fluid, and then oxygen is diffused in the interstitial fluid, they will carry that oxygen will be carried by the capillaries will carry this oxygen and then take it to the capillaries. So when the capillaries will take it, there will be the exchangement of material that will take place between the interstitial fluid as well as capillaries. So there can be many ways of transportation, that can be active transport, it can be through diffusion, it can be through exocytosis or endocytosis. These can be ways of transportation of the exchangement of gases. Now let me give one example of active transport. For example, like, urea is present in the interstitial fluid. Urea is there, but capillaries also have urea. They do not want urea, but the cells have to give them. So the urea will be actively transformed to the capillaries. So it will be actively transported to the capillaries, so that the urea will be transported to the capillaries. That will be known as actively, means giving actively, means energy is required here. So that was the capillaries there. But it can be through diffusion, exocytosis, endocytosis. There are many ways. So there could be exchangement of material possible by means of gap, but blood cannot ooze out from here. Only blood cannot ooze out, but as I said, it can be permeable to white blood cell, water, iron, salt, etc.